the suppression of the use of marijuana and of the forces lurking behind it are the most important jobs this department is now engaged in. In 1930, the records on marijuana in the Washington office of the Narcotics Division scarcely filled a small folder like this. Today, they fill cabinets.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Coloradians and everyone that's smart enough to listen from the outside.
One of the most amazing plants we've ever discovered.
The pot party, the trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
We've had it's been a big weekend. A lot has been going on both in the community and I guess it sounds like on the West Coast. So Chris is going to give us the rundown, as well as we have a kick-ass guest joining us this afternoon. It's Miss Denise Mickelson, or Mrs. Denise Mickelson.
Return guest.
Return guest. We don't have a T-shirt for her that says, I've done it twice, but we should get her one. We're excited to have a conversation with her about the Denver food scene, the influencer scene, and everything under the sun about Denver food and wine, which is coming up at September 6th through the 10th. So we'll dive into all that later on in the episode. But before we get started, Chris, let's give a quick shout out to our sponsors. You know we love them. They're good peoples in the community, and they're a great company to be partnered with. That's our friends over at Seed and Smith. We've been harping the dart pods for the last couple months. As y'all know, they've been coming down the pipe. Now we've sold out of damn near all of them. I think we have less than 80 left, and you can find them at both of their locations. That's up on Heckler Way and just outside of downtown Louisville. They have one, and then that's their flagship location. And then they have one down here in the city, in the metro at Commerce City over on Oakland Street, next to La Bocaza, my favorite steak burrito and breakfast burrito in the city. So if you're looking to find the best breakfast burrito and the best cannabis, go see our friends over at Seed and Smith. But don't forget, it's not just the Stoned Appetit dart pods. They also have kick-ass products that, everybody loves. They have grow tours where you can see all the flower that they have on the shelves, as well as they have the whole gamut of your friends in the community, from edibles to concentrates, pre-rolls, things of that nature, other companies as well. So go check them out. Go swing through one of their two locations before Labor Day. They currently have a fish package going on. You saw the giveaway on our post, but they have fish-themed products for anybody that may be going to the show. If you want to go get yourself a donut pack of pre-rolls or some specific strains named after the goofy bastards themselves from Burlington, Seed and Smith is your location to go. So check them out, all fish heads and people coming into town listening for food wrecks. And then our second sponsor is our medical sponsor. Y'all know we love our friends over at Standing Akimbo. It's quite literally the cheapest weed in Colorado while remaining to be platinum shelf only. They literally carry only the best, and they have it in quantities that are 10 times stronger than you can find at any recreation location. So if you are one of the lucky folks that live here in Colorado and you do have your med card, might I suggest you swing in over to 3801 Jason Street and check out Standing Akimbo. I'd recommend also following them on social media. They dance the line beautifully. Shop at Standing Akimbo is their name. But they also do cool promos, like they have food trucks where first 50 people that show up on a specific day get free food or free lunch. So you can get Stroman's Dank-Ass Hibachi, and you can load up on 1,000 milligram cartridges from folks like Green Dot, and then you can grab a couple grams of wax from Viola, and then you can grab a fucking pound of weed if you wanted to from our friends like Lefa or Seed and Smith or whomever. They have tons of vendors over there, only the top shelf. You'll love them. 3801 Jason Street. That's Standing Akimbo.
In these tough financial times, get that free lunch.
Motherfucker, I got gas for $3.01 today. I loaded up. When I realized it was $3, I was like, yeah, I'm doing it. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about it. Speaking of tough times financially, you're just coming back from the second most expensive part of the country. How was San Diego? And did you bring me anything?
San Diego is glorious. I mean,
he already has that pretentiousness in his voice, like he fucking votes for Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, I don't know about all that jazz. But yeah, dude, I mean, upper 70s, low 80s on the reg, sunny, a little bit of fog rolls in the morning, but it was great.
That marine layer burns off beautifully.
Oh God, it's magical. But yeah, dude, this was like my second time going out to the San Diego area, but the first time being with a local. And I mean, we were down in Point Loma, which is this old kind of historic part right near the water. So went down to the docks, saw the massive sailboats, went down to Ocean Beach.
Did you see any walrus and seals that have been beached?
We saw a sea lion that was just kind of like chilling out by the marina, and it was just like laying there on its back. It looked like it was having the best time.
That's me every day. Like, just think of a sea lion. That's what Kip's doing on the
And it looks like the sea lion was probably just waiting for the day's catch to come in, and pick up on some scraps. Great life.
Wait, you're telling me this guy methodically, he was hanging out right next to the docks?
Oh, yeah, just like bacon in it, just waiting for a fish to pop up from nowhere. But yeah, Ocean Beach was great, like walked kind of that down scene, went to the beach, went out to the pier, had some tasty brews, enjoyed some local fare, I had this Mitch's Seafood where they do like all seafood. They're right there on the dock. So everything's fresh catch of the day. Like all their products were from San Diego. So you're getting a good deal. And the great thing was they didn't cheap you on the portions. I was thinking like, oh fuck, we're here in California. The $7 taco of grilled octopus is going to be, $15 and it's going to be a baby portion. No, sir. It was awesome. I mean, like, the octopus tostado was damn near one of the best things I've had in a long time in terms of seafood.
And where is this? What's the name of the location?
It's called Mitch's Seafood.
In San Diego on Ocean Beach?
It's Point Loma.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's right there at the docks. There's also another place I didn't check out, which is supposed to have great seafood sandwiches, and it's Point Loma Seafood. But yeah, this place was awesome, dude. It reminded me of like a fish camp back home in the South. Like no frills. You go in there, you order, they give you a number, they bring your food out, and they have like seating out by the docks. You can just watch the boats and stuff roll by. It was fucking perfect.
I'm very envious. That sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
That was the best bite?
That was probably the best bite, but the most like exciting thing was obviously San Diego's home of the California burrito. So for those of you who aren't that familiar with what the San Diego burrito is, they don't put beans or rice in it. It's French fries, carne asada, guacamole, and that's
pico?
it.
Maybe some pico?
Yeah. And that's it.
There's usually a sauce, so you're not like just drying it down.
No.
I mean, that sounds like exceptional.
And you wouldn't think it would. I mean, like obviously, some people like put fries on like their burgers or their chicken sandwiches or things like that. And I never really thought about that being in a burrito, but it actually is so damn good, and it's less filling than all that beans and rice. You get a bunch of meat, and then you get these tasty fried French fries in every bite.
See, well, okay, with the burrito, I feel like the concept is to take the whole platter and put it in something, which I understand that you get a better ratio of steak to fry without having the bean and rice. But I don't hate a little bean and rice. I mean, we don't need a full portion where it absolves you from getting more of the protein that you're looking for.
Right.
But, like, when we go to IP or Chipotle, I still get a little bit of rice and bean.
Oh, I love it too, but I will say the integrity of a burrito, it holds up better because you don't have that soppy, heavy weight of rice and beans. That
true.
Ultimately breaks your burrito apart. This one you can hold in your hand and really consume.
Do you think that the tortillas over there are better, or is it a similar comparison? Like, are they making those freshies and then wrapping those things tight like a baby? Like, they're the pros?
I would say
it's like how the Coloradans suck their own dick for green chili. They're like, nobody elsewhere can do it like us. Is it the same with the burrito, the Cali burrito?
Yeah, because I think most of the places out there are making their tortillas, and that's no shame on Colorado places.
Here,
it's just
not the bigger ones, at least.
Right. Yeah.
Like La Bocasa, I can't remember. That place is a fucking banger too.
Yeah.
But okay.
But it's funny because as a local Californian, they have their spots for where they think the best burrito is, or like.
Oh, so you went to a Pat versus Geno's type situation.
Yes. So like it was like
Somebody else is like, no, fucking Mitchell sucks. Go to Sal's.
Yeah. So apparently
I didn't realize it was that contentious.
So the place we went to is really known for their shrimp quesadillas, which was fucking dynamite. Because like the shrimp just kind of, they were cooked perfectly and they kind of popped. There was this kind of like white kind of cheese sauce a little bit on it. And that was fucking great. And the California burrito at this place was great. But I was also told the tortillas at this other California burrito spot, their tortillas are better. So it's like you pick and choose what you want. But there was like 3 standout shops that you speak to one person, they're like, nah, fuck that place. This place is better, you know? It's loyalty, I think.
I mean, I understand. I think we all have our dive bars and our restaurants here in town we're all very loyal to.
But we did one like cool kind of little excursion. We went to an oyster farm.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, and like they take you and they show you how they do all these oysters. They do mussels out there as well. So you got to see the whole process in this lagoon.
Did you take any pictures or videos of this?
Yeah.
I need those.
I'll give them to you.
Okay,
we'll share them with the people.
Yeah. You were so bad at this. It's okay.
But, I was just enjoying a vacation sometimes.
I know. You can enjoy it, but also send it to me.
That is true.
Did you eat mushrooms, Chris? Did you get in a fight with anybody?
So I forgot to mention when we got there Thursday.
Don't tell me you're just trying to enjoy a vacation.
Because we missed Tedeschi Trucks here at Red Rocks, I noticed that they started their West Coast tour in San Diego, and it was at San Diego State. And the amphitheater was really tiny. It was awesome. But apparently there's a lot of fuckers that like to sit down.
That's such a preposterous concept.
It really is. I don't even understand. And
but there's a certain, like, if you're a sitter, you have to understand with certain genres of bands that there will be standards. I'm not saying you can't sit, but don't be pissed if you're on like row 56 of Red Rocks and you're mad that people at 55 are standing. Like,
right. This isn't a DMB acoustic set or a singer-songwriter show. This is a fucking rock band with one of the best guitarists in the world that shreds solos. So get the fuck out of your chair.
I mean, I couldn't agree more. That's just such a preposterous concept.
So I sat down during the opening, Los Lobos, to, fill the crowd, and I was thinking, like, okay, it's an opener, people are just kind of relaxing, And I was like, obviously they're going to stand up. So Tedeschi Trucks rolls out. I obviously immediately leave my seat. And a guy taps me on the shoulder and is like, excuse me, sir, can you sit down for us? And I may have lashed out at him at first.
Did you come out the gates aggressive?
A little bit. I really gave like a really like shit-eaten look at him and was just like, dude, we're here at a rock concert. I'm here to have fun. We paid the same price. Get fucked.
Did you say get fucked?
I might have.
Okay. Got a little liquid courage in you?
Yeah, this was after a couple back and forths. And anyways, I managed to like sit, stand, be more courteous because I'm not going to be that prick. But during set break, or kind of when there was one song on and I needed to use the restroom, I took it to the restroom vote and asked all the fellas in there what they thought of this whole instance. And they were just like, oh, fuck those people. Ask them to change seats. Come stand with us. And, I was glad to feel vindicated.
I think that's a clear vindication. Obviously, I don't know. I think so. Somebody that we know recently went to go see America, the band. They're probably like 75. That was more of a sit-down crowd.
Right.
Was this person in that demographic of the older generation where, like,
I would say probably in their 60s, but
they need to get fucked in because quite literally these are people that are touring that are younger than them.
Yeah.
That are partying. Like Derek and Susan may not party on the road or whatever, but they fucking wail on stage and they get everybody into it. Was the crowd standing?
There was a lot of standing in front of us, kind of in the seats. There was quite a bit of people sitting, but also there was like, you had your few splotches of people standing, and they weren't being harassed. But the guy looked at me and was like, everybody else is sitting down here. And I was like, well, that's fucking good for them. Like, I'm not everybody else.
Be like, I want to stand.
So I was sitting, and my knees were just fucking going to town. Like, I was just like, I would look back at them every now and then and just be like, how? But anyways, I managed to.
It's a little aggressive.
I took a little breather and managed to let it roll off, and I enjoyed the concert. But at the same time, if you're standing up at a concert, you aren't really affecting anybody. Like, you can still hear the music. Like, you can't really see. I mean, they're playing instruments. Like, what the fuck are you going to get out of just seeing, you know?
Weren't standing to obstruct someone's view or get a better view. You were doing it because you wanted to fucking dance to good music.
Yeah. Burn a couple calories. Maybe increase my little heart rate a little bit.
Complete a couple circles and then on your watch.
Exactly. But yeah, that being said, fuck people who like to sit down at concerts. And if you do prefer to do that, don't be rude to other people who paid the same amount to enjoy a live music show. That's where I stand on that.
Let people do what they want as long as... I mean, I wonder if he could have done a switcheroo.
Yeah, but then you would have probably, like, you know, he was probably with his wife or somebody, and, you know, it would have been a whole ordeal. But needless to say, the other
concert still kick ass?
Yeah, oh yeah, it was fucking fantastic. The other cool thing about California is everybody just seems to have citrus trees everywhere. Like, everything grows out there. You want an avocado? You don't have to go spend $3 in the store. Just go pick it from that tree back there.
I mean, every fucking fruit. But we've had guests come on and talk about how their farmers markets are just like, those are a true farmers market.
Yeah, and we didn't make time to go, like, visit one in San Diego because we were kind of out of San Diego a little bit, staying for most of the weekend. But we went to a nice, like, golf course, like, spa area, did a spa day.
Oh, Christopher.
Yeah, very California.
Well, I mean, you mentioned you cheated on the bet, but we gave you the weekend vacation to get into gear. So you got to get out of that Cali mode. Start thinking all Cali.
Yeah, ready? I mean,
we got a big week.
I've been eating greens today. So we're strictly back on the veggie cycle. It was just, you can't, like, go on a pre-planned vacation.
No.
And, yeah.
The bet was we allowed it. That was totally formidable. So the game is on, and I'm going back to Next Level Burger. The hot dog has me, like, in fits. Like,
I was thinking I'd probably swing in there this week too.
The brat on that fucking potato bun with that ghost pepper sauce, it's a fucking good hot dog. And I wish they did it with, like, a vegan chili with, like, you know how they do, like, a kick-ass burger patty?
Yeah.
I wonder if they could do a kick-ass chili on top. I'm going to float that idea to
That
Matt.
would be good.
Do you think he would let us kind of he said it was a stonerism.
Yeah. And the good thing about that place, thinking back on our experience there, it doesn't feel like, it may look like a little bit of, like, a chain type place on the outside, but that's not the feeling you get, you know?
No, it's
like,
a
like
fun
the
little
family,
spot
the owners are great. Like, it's
there.
a cool spot.
Yeah, and everyone there, you don't have to be, you know, some, like, plant lover or anything like that, but I'm fired up to do it again. So I didn't do it this weekend, but I had a good weekend, Chris.
What'd you get into?
I just partied a lot. The girlfriend was out of town, so I went out. Friday we had a recorded with Mile High Life, an episode of the Get High and Eat Food concept video with LenDale White, former NFL football player. He's going to join us on the podcast as well. So y'all get ready for that. That'll be coming up in the coming weeks. But we just goofed off Friday, so he got me high as bird pussy. So I went home and ordered fucking delivery. And so apparently Uber Eats these restaurants have expanded their reach. So a lot more restaurants are hitting Old Town Arvada. So you can grab Grabowski's Pizza.
That's what you did?
Oh, yeah. And I was fired up about that. And then Saturday, I got a little ruckus and went over to the Conscious Alliance Foundation, Chris.
That place is rad.
Yeah, I got zapped. I mean, I could, I don't know, man. I could hear colors. You could feel your hair grow. It was awesome. I had a big time. Whoever I saw, it was great seeing y'all, Erwin and Ross and Eric. We got to meet Krasno and them. But it was just like some dude's house in the middle of Cherry Hills, and he set up a fucking stage. And they had a couple booths set up, but his house looked like one from like a James Bond movie.
Nice.
Like, it had like a big wall of like crystal, like fogged glass or whatever it is. I can't even describe it. I was just like, this is preposterous. I've never seen something like this.
And when you can hear colors, that That's a great time if you're ready for it.
I was having a big time.
Yeah.
So I did that, and then, on Sunday, I got to try a pizza place that I had never had before. Mind you, I've been playing vegetarian this whole time, ever since the episode. And these cheese pizzas are just fucking delicious. Like, I couldn't do the vegan thing. Like, I can see how folks do it.
Yeah.
Like, People has the new place, Everybody's Pizza. But like when you taste the 6 cheese pizza from fucking Get Sauced, it's like a pop-up out of Arvada, and they teamed up with Pizzeria Leopold, which are some cool cats that do New York style. I was in heaven. I was like, I could eat cheese pizza for the rest of my fucking days and be fine.
I don't know health-wise, but yeah, you could be fine.
Well, it's not like an everyday dish.
Right. But I feel like that's true. It's one thing to go, like, say, hey, let's do a little vegetarian. But I feel like if you were to go, like, a vegan route, you got to kind of work your way into that. That's not something you can go, like, all right,
let's see what we can do. Yeah, like, we're trying to just get in better shape, as you were mentioning, or as we were mentioning, football season's coming up. We're going to eat a gluttonous amount of fucking pizza. I want to be in better health for it, so we're cutting out a little red meat, just a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're supplanting it thanks to somebody putting it on our radar, and it's when you can make dank food like that. I'm fucking around and finding out. I went to the Highlands Farmers Market and hit up Dave Hadley's samosa shop.
Nice.
He had a vegan, like a masala. It was like a Frito chili pie. I mean, the easy vegan with what they're doing over there at City Park and at South Pearl, it makes it easier to have a cheat day on the clean side.
Yeah, especially if you make the food that tastes good like they do.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. But yeah, so you didn't miss too terribly much in Denver. I just kind of hung out around the place. But we have a pretty exciting afternoon coming up. We have Denise Mickelson joining us after this. And that interview is brought to you by Eden Extracts. Our friends over there in Palisade, they're doing wondrous work with soil to oil. So they're using a living soil where they're turning it, using it again, so they're not having to use or spend more, like saves a little bit of the planet. And they're creating great solventless products, whether it's their solventless pre-rolls that are infused with their flour infused with their solventless, or if you're smoking their cartridges, which I've been very high on recently. I used it for a pain remedy the other day because it just strokes and it was real clean. It just kind of felt like it was an all over. It was gorgeous. I'm back to normal-ish, back on the golf course. But they're great people and they're doing great products. And if you like to dab, you should definitely check out some of their live rosin. I know you can get it at Starbuds across the city. I think maybe Lightshade and Cali's Rhino has it, or Cali's both locations. So check them out and get ready for Denise Mickelson, Part 2. Woo!
You got to have a beer. That would actually make sense.
What's your go-to cheap beer? Like if you were just going to have like a shit.
Well, I grew up on Labatt Blue because I grew up near Canada, so it was a blue.
Labatt.
Yeah, exactly. In Buffalo, we drink blue.
To be fair, Labatt Blue is fucking delicious.
Quality.
Pairs well with poutine.
Yeah, and civil rights, universal healthcare,
All the things.
shitty bacon.
Oh, Canadian bacon?
Oh, that's not bacon.
That voice y'all heard is Denise Mickelson from the Colorado Restaurant Association. She's joining us today to talk about the big event, one of our favorite events of the year. We're calling it Denver Food and Wine, but I like to call it 4 days of fucking awesome parties with great food and drinks. So are you excited as I am today?
Talking about Ton of Wine with one of our favorite people? Yes.
Yeah, it's our favorite people, or possibly our favorite event, and it leads you right into football season. You can't ask for anything better.
And it's after Labor Day, which makes it like a perfect vacation after vacation.
Well, before we get into our guests, I want to know what your standard is. Do you still wear white below the waist after Labor Day, or do you leave that shit in the rack?
I think depending on where you are in the country, it can vary. Out here, yeah, go for it. Back home, no.
There are no rules in Colorado. There's no rules in Denver.
And that voice you heard is Denise. Hey, Denise, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
We're doing well. We're really stoked to have you back on the podcast. For those that don't know, she was our white whale in year one. We used to send her emails and DMs requesting her to join us on the podcast every day or every week until she finally accepted. But she wasn't even allowed to party with us because she had to go do motherly duties for St. Patrick's.
Right, but
right.
she did give us insight on the top 25.
She did. That we still reference to this day. Every time I get an email, I think of Denise.
It used to happen a lot more often than it does now. We'll say that.
That is true. So last time you were with us, you were the 5280s food editor of the magazine here in town. Tell us, what is it that you do now?
What on earth are you doing? Yeah.
I just see you out, and I know
Right.
what I do, which is
Yeah, we could also go into what you do, but
spend time with food.
yes. Oh, there's that. So what I do now is I get to advocate for restaurants in a completely different way. I'm the communication director for the Colorado Restaurant Association and Foundation. So I get to spread the good word of what the industry is doing, what the industry needs. Our foundation raises money and supports restaurant workers. And actually, segue, that is what the Denver Food and Wine Festival is actually all about. It is a huge fundraiser for our foundation, raising money to support restaurant workers who have been through the ringer in the last few years.
You're not lying. I feel bad for them. We talk about it all the time about how, it's impossible to keep up the whole staff just because of the fluctuating markets of food coming and going, looking for other greener pastures and things of that nature. So to have somebody there that helps out, not necessarily a safety net, but for when accidents do occur, there's a community there to build care. And so, we are kind of big in the community feel.
Exactly.
Building a community. So we really respect what you do. I technically knew what your job was, but you went like into a long professional history.
Well, so really quick, like you have the foundation, but
Yes.
that's a separate kind of thing.
We're all one organization.
Right.
So the association, in a nutshell, supports operators, owners,
Okay.
and then the association supports all the restaurant workers who are not in management or ownership. So we do Colorado Pro Start. We bring, we work on workforce development, bringing up high school kids who have an interest in the industry and teaching them before they're even in college how you can be a part of this amazing industry and build a career. And then we have grants if restaurant workers, their car is stolen, they break a leg, they can't go to work, they have to go out for COVID.
Right.
You can apply for a grant and get a grant to kind of help you bridge the gap. And now we have expanded it in the last year to cover mental health care.
That's
So
great.
you can get a grant to cover mental health care. We have partners that will help make sure that money spreads much farther than if you just went out and got a private therapist. Because mental health care is a very big deal in the industry right now, obviously.
Yes. Yeah, and so with you all working with the owners and things like that,
Yeah.
do you just provide more guidance and then direct support through
All kinds of compliance. I am learning the business side of restaurants in a way I never knew before.
It's a nightmare, isn't it?
5280 was a consumer magazine, so it was more, here, this is a great restaurant, go here, it's delicious. Now I'm learning about the taxes and the fees and the compliance rule. You can't believe all the things that a restaurant owner has to do to stay compliant with the law, to stay in business, to keep their team. It is mind-boggling.
And
It scares me. I mean, everyone in this industry who is an owner is a masochist and a saint all at the same time. It's an incredibly challenging industry. And it's based on people who love hospitality and
Right.
literally want to be hospitable to you. And the hoops they have to jump through, my job is to make sure they know everything. Like they need a new workers' comp poster. Well, I'm going to make sure you can print it on a 9.5, whatever,
Right.
a nice piece of paper and put it up and make everything easy for them.
Well, that's what's crazy is like you said, you're working in magazines and stuff, and you didn't realize all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes, even being in foods.
I knew generally.
Right.
To know specifically is crazy.
Right, and I think that's a problem with the general public that gets
Absolutely.
frustrated is they think all they're doing is ordering food and making food every day. Like, how hard can that be?
Right.
And so they kind of second guess a restaurant when
God.
you walk in here and you're like, oh, everything's fine, everything's looking good.
Well, I will say, we're at Lucina, and the workers here, this is my third time here, and everyone here seems extremely happy to be here and to be working here. But
nobody knows what goes on behind the scenes and
my
the hard
God.
work that it all requires.
So much.
We try to tell that story as best we can, and you alluded to that we are here in Regina. For those that don't know, it's over here 2245 Curtis Street.
Mm-hmm.
It's over here in the Parkdale neighborhood, very quaint little strip. It's moved about Spanish, Mexican?
I think South American.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I saw the croquettes that got me all woolly inside. You know how I love fried dogs and everything.
Well, and we've got sausage on the table now, croquettes, sardines. It's beautiful.
It's a gorgeous spread, and I mean, epic location. But the kick-ass happy hour. And so we love telling those stories, but
Yeah.
it's not without y'all that these stories can exist. So thanks for that. But let's talk a little bit about the big fundraiser.
Denver Food and Wine Festival.
Is this the first one, or is
Are you
this?
kidding? No way. In fact,
I've gone to this event like 5 times.
this is, well, we had to take a few years off for a little pandemic that we had there, but it's the 16th year. And it's a huge celebration of our dining scene and also then the fundraiser, because all the proceeds go to the foundation to support, hardship grants, to support Colorado Pro Start, to support apprenticeship. We have a huge apprenticeship program, again, trying to, spread the gospel that this is a good industry and you can have a wonderful career here and help our operators.
No, I couldn't agree more. So I'm going to break it down for those that are listening. If you're a regular, you know that we usually recap. I get shit struck at these events and have a big time. And then I'll power rank the event stories. So the big three are the Big E, Drink Red, Hair Red, and Denver Food and Wine. The best part about Denver Food and Wine is they get to showcase a multitude of different restaurants and restaurateurs. So while we love things like Rare Steak Fest, it's in our top 5. Chicken fighting, whatever else.
Yeah.
All the wine ones as well. The varietals. So like you can go from having a feta and watermelon salad into Bavette steak, and you get that whole.
Oh, there's a huge range.
And it's
Yeah.
so great you get to kind of showcase all the different styles of restaurants. And then this year, because it takes place over 4 or 5 days, we have dining under the stars. But we've introduced a new party.
Oh, there's so many events. It's like it's a multi-event festival for sure. So let me get this straight. Okay, so it starts on September 6th. The whole shebang is from the 6th to the 10th.
That's Tuesday.
Tuesday the 6th, we have actually this is for industry only. We are trying to give back more to the industry through this event. It's hard for restaurants to participate in food festivals, right?
Right.
They have to have the labor to prepare the food. They have to buy the food. They have to show up with labor to serve
Transport
the
it.
food. And they're just trying to keep their restaurants going. So we're trying to offset that in every way we can. We are helping with our sponsors, our sponsor partners. We're providing the food so they don't have to pay for it. We're providing Colorado Pro Start students for the labor. But anyway, we're also throwing them a little party on the 6th, a yoga and bubbles restorative yoga session, some bubbles, some bites. That is Tuesday the 6th. So sadly, unless you're in the industry, you can't go to that. If you are, please get in touch with me, and I will give you the promo code, super secret, so that you can go to this event on Tuesday the 6th at 10 a.m.
How does someone get in contact with you? Even if they need help in all of those facets you mentioned earlier, is it just basic Denise@gmail.com?
I wish it was. I wish my email was that easy. It's dmickelson@corestaurant.org. Maybe you can put this on some of the socials. I am happy to spread
We'll
my
do our
email
best.
anywhere.
You want us to dox them? Because usually people are like, please don't do that.
Oh, no. I'm an open book. You can email me anytime. So we have an industry party. Then on the 7th, Wednesday, September 7th, we have Dinner Under the Stars, which you mentioned, which is our highest end event of the festival. It is a seated 6-course dinner, fancy wine pairings. It's at the Slate Denver, which is a new hotel downtown. It's going to be outside. It's going to be beautiful. And the chefs we have are ridiculous. So you ready for the lineup? Cocktail hour is Death & Co. Denver. Then the first course is Dana Rodriguez, Cantina Loca. Then we move into, am I going to get this right? Safta.
Coming in town? This sounds literally like our guest list.
What? No, I do not believe Alon is coming. And we can all give him shade for that. But no, Safta will be there. Matthew Ridgway is going to be representing Safta, and he's amazing. So Safta, then Tavernetta. Cody is going to be there, Cody Cheatham. Then we have A Seat Serve. Ta will be there. And then we finish up with Hinman Pie, and we're going to have some family-style pie action. It's going to be amazing. There's going to be a silent auction, and that specifically, it is a higher-end event, but all the proceeds there go specifically to those mental health care grants for restaurant workers.
That's awesome. But speaking of pies.
Speaking of pie.
If you could have any pie during the summer, what's your favorite go-to pie?
Sour cherry.
Sour
Although
cherry.
that's a very limited time. So I'll move into away once sour cherries are gone. I'm into good peach.
Are you a lattice top person or a flat?
It's a little fussy. I
Okay.
actually like a good slab pie or a galette because you don't have to really worry
Do all
about all
that?
that. Yep.
Yeah.
But I'm actually a pie maker. I make pies all the time.
I know you are.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I don't usually go that fussy. I would rather make a galette, and then my family's like, could we have like a real pie?
Right? But this one's more rustic. Are you an ice cream topper or like a Cool Whip?
Not real whipped cream, baby.
Yeah, we'll whip cream.
Yeah.
Cool Whip's just like Kleenex, I'm just saying that. Okay.
Gotcha. I didn't realize Cool Whip was equatable to whipped cream.
To be fair, that is a great reference point, but I don't think that is the case.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Is the equatable Kleenex.
Okay. Yeah. You just want to say whip.
Well, there's a couple brands out there that kind of go rogue, and with so many like knockoffs now, like Kroger has their own Whip, and if you put it in the freezer, it's one.
Oh. But wait, I have to ask you. I think I know how I'm going to answer, but I grew up in a household that definitely did not believe in putting sugar in whipped cream. How do you guys feel about that? Should the whipped cream be sweetened?
You got to put a little bit of sugar in there.
My mother would disagree. Shout out to Mom.
Cool Whip. It comes in a tub.
Yummy.
Snack pack. Okay, so after that big dinner,
Right,
what's
dinner
the
under
next
the stars.
event?
Then the next day we have two things. We have a Riedel wine seminar, which is almost sold out. There are 10 spots left. So if you want to go and figure out, explore how wines taste in different shaped glasses, that is on Thursday, September 8th. There is not media because it's a very hot ticket, Kip, but now that you're pressuring me on air, perhaps I will find a
hot
seat
seat
for you. Yeah, we'll see.
Who's like leading the
Sommelier Shelley
Okay.
Sale. So Southern Glazers Wines and Spirits of Colorado is our main partner for this whole shebang. We could not do this without them. They supply all the beverages. They supply the somms. So all the wine pairings at Dinner Under the Stars. They're amazing.
Oh, wait, no, not.
Idiot.
Yep, right? Isn't that why you can't come to the biggest party of all?
We will be giving them my tickets away for listening to this.
Yay!
Next week. This goes tomorrow. Next week we'll be doing a giveaway for this because my brother's getting married in the middle of football season.
Boo, brother. In the middle of festival season. But we forgive. We forgive. Do we? Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. That giveaway will be next week.
But then, right after the Riedel seminar, we move into our brand new event. It's called the Shake and Break Showdown. Mark Antonation thought of that name. Clever as can be.
That is
break
good.
like break, like a truck. Get it? Okay. Anyway. He's so witty. Oh, he cooks. He does everything. Anyway. Shake and Break Showdown. Food trucks, bartenders, all you can drink, appetizers from all the trucks, and you can buy more food if you're still hungry. And it's a competition, so if you come, you get to judge who is the best truck, who is the best bartender. It is going to be so much fun, right on the Tivoli Quad on the Auraria campus. It's going to be a blast. DJ, all long games, all the things.
I mean, it's a perfect. It's not what we were just talking about with that highbrow. Maybe if you wanted to buy tickets and bring your kid out, obviously the drink.
Well, these are all, 21 and over, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No drills, come out and party with me. I'll be acting like a child.
Do you know how mad my son is? I mean, last time we talked, I had to run home and, he had like a project to do. Now he's 12 and he's a total foodie and he's super pissed at me that he can't come to any of these events because he would love them. He'd love them. But what can you do?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Her son just put down like 18.
It was disturbing.
Just put big X's on his hand. That's what they did back in the day. Sharpie. It'll
I will
last for
say
like
he
5
looks
days.
kind
He'll
of
be good.
12. I feel like he'd be spotted from a mile away. But anyway, we have like some of the best food trucks in the city. We have Blue Pan is coming. Fucking Rapidos is coming. Yep.
Me either.
We've got chili con quesadilla. We've got the Ethiopian food truck. We've got barbed wire reef and bits and pieces con cerveza. It's going to be awesome.
That sounds like
Yeah.
and it's all you can drink. So
Yeah.
how does somebody, if they wanted to, buy these tickets?
Denver Food and Wine, spelled out.com. All the tickets are on sale, and maybe even maybe we should come up with a little, discount code for your listeners, huh? We sure can. I mean, I did not come prepared with it, but yeah, absolutely. I will make you a special promo code, and we will blast it out.
Hell yeah. So for those that are listening,
Yeah.
this week you will have a promo code that gets you discount tickets to these
Yeah.
things. So like Shakes and Breaks is something I'm very excited about because it's kind of like the no frills eating because I leave shit on my face on accident.
True.
So I think this is the right up my alley for us. But for those, we have a lot of folks that listen and follow along. They're fine dining people, and so they will definitely, that'll tickle your fancy for the dining under the
Exactly.
stars. And that's not even where it stops off. While
Yep.
I may have to leave town on Friday, the party still continues.
So Friday, while you're jet setting off to this wedding, whatever, while you're off to the wedding, we will be setting up the grand tasting. So that is the culminating event of the festival. It is Saturday, September 10th from noon to 4. Actually, noon to 4 only if you buy VIP or first taste. Otherwise, it's from 1 to 4. So first taste gets you in an hour early, VIP gets you in an hour early, and access to the VIP tent. But we are going to have 50 restaurants. We're going to have over 700 wines and spirits. We're going to have DJs. We're going to have, it's going to be amazing. Again, at the Tivoli Quad. Big, huge, amazing celebration of our dining scene. And again, proceeds go to the foundation. So it's awesome.
So one thing we often talk about when we come back to the boardroom, as we like to call our studio, because we make big decisions there, is the ratio right? When you do these big events, the key is how do you disperse the 1,500 people that are joining us for the party? So my question is, do we have multiple stations set up to spread out between booze and food? So like you can grab a drink without too long of a wait, and then you grab a snack without too long of a while you sip, and then you rinse and repeat.
It is going to be ridiculous. So the VIP tent has 10 incredible restaurants, and then wines and spirits paired with their dishes. And there will be multiple bars within that tent. But then in the whole huge grand tasting area, we're talking 40 additional restaurants, and interspersed between each one will be a beverage table. And we've got everyone from Patron to Campari to the wine group, Constellation Brands, like everybody you can imagine.
So,
more than 700 wines and spirits, people. If you feel like drinking and eating on the 10th, this is the place to go.
So there are going to be Negronis. I heard Campari.
Yeah, they're bringing Aperol.
Jeez.
Yes,
Love
indeed.
it.
I know. One of my favorite spirits of all. In fact, I'm drinking a Jungle Bird right now because it has Campari in it.
This event
Personal favorite.
This event is going to be fucking massive.
It's huge. And I have to say, Mark and I worked really hard. We're really proud of the lineup. I mean, VIP, we have everyone from Apple Blossom and Bayota to Mizuna and the Wolf's Tailor, who does not do a lot of events. We're pretty excited about that. I begged, man. Sometimes you got to beg. But then in the, regular, I mean, this is not regular at all. Jose Avila is going to come from La Diabla, and he's going to do a whole animal right there in the middle of the festival. I haven't. Shh, don't call me out, man. That's not fair. Sure. Heck yeah. Absolutely. We have so many amazing restaurants. We have Card Driver. We have Glow Noodle House. We have Plates by the Pound Barbecue. Not Your Mama's Cupcakes, who's a personal favorite of mine. If you follow me, you know that. She is our every celebration cake purveyor. Samosa Shop. Terra, Toro, I mean, everybody. Urban Village, the lineup it spans all cuisines. It's going to be amazing.
It's
Yuan
crazy.
Wonton is driving up to the grand tasting. Hell
I mean,
she couldn't do the food truck event.
Right.
So she's come in a grand tasting and said, yeah, she had another event.
But at the same time, for people that want to, maybe they haven't gone out to some of these restaurants you mentioned or can't visit them that frequently,
would you like
not
to
everybody
try
can go to
50
Wolf's Tailor,
right.
on the reg.
Exactly.
So you can get a bite from these places that you may not be able to go to otherwise.
And drinks to go with. I would say ride share for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. If you didn't come to our last dinner, then you clearly need to go to this event and catch up.
I'm telling you, it is going to be epic, and it is for such a good cause. And tickets for VIP are almost sold out. But First Taste is available, and GA is available, and it's going to be an excellent, excellent party.
A good way to bring the summer to a close.
Right? That's Saturday, September 10th. And may I also mention that where we're sitting right now, Lucina will be there. Lucina. I'm saying it wrong like a jerk. Lucina will be there.
Classic white people problems. But it's okay. Try hard, and that's all that really. But Chef Rosin, they're fucking killing it every day.
I know.
Talk with us
Good.
shortly about
Good.
not only what is planned on super professional approach, because it's going to be different than every hour and night time.
Definitely.
But you wrangle in some of not only the hardest to get chefs in the community to come, and it's a great opportunity for those, like Chris said, that want to dip their toe into the pool.
Right.
It's a perfect chance. And the tickets are moderately priced when you think about the fact that you're eating 40 restaurants.
50. I mean, if you do VIP, you get 50.
50.
That's sick.
VIP people probably aren't even like great about this.
Yeah, probably.
It's kind of like what Mercedes said they were recession-proof, and they kept doing advertising.
Well, if you think about the value and what you will have access to in those 4 hours, I mean, it's actually a really good deal because you could go to just about any, even mid-range restaurant, and if you get drinks, you're going to end up spending that or more.
Yeah,
So,
and you're supporting a good cause.
yes, very good
Right
cause.
off the tram, you can get it off the light rail at the
Yep.
Ballsack, where it's called now.
Well, it's over on Auraria campus, yeah. But, I mean, you can... Right, exactly. And there's a parking garage if you want to do that. But I would also say we're going to have a rideshare drop-off, and I highly recommend that. I'm not driving, and I'm working it.
Anyone that's listening to this podcast, Denise and I started as well, so we're all going to have a big time. They don't throw shitty parties, is what we're trying to hammer home. And so if you've been on the fence about what do you want to fucking do, maybe you busted, spent a lot over Labor Day weekend, buy this ticket now so that you don't have to worry about paying that cost later, and the next thing you know, you're dining for free and catching a fade for free as well. You're out by $5.
And buying a ticket is almost like tipping the restaurant industry 100%.
It actually
because
is.
you're all going to help everybody out when there's hard times.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
yeah.
I mean,
Fuck
our
yeah,
restaurants,
I'd sleep well that night.
between inflation and labor, there's just so much going on that is making this industry harder than ever to be in. And when people decide they can take the time and come out and celebrate and feed, everyone who comes to this festival, that's a big deal. We got to be there and say thank you.
And also, during these festivals, you get to meet these people.
Yeah.
Like
The chefs will be there
they'll
at
give you
the
a few
table.
minutes of their time. They're having
Absolutely.
fun out there. It's
Exactly.
great.
Okay, Denise, so you've been a good sport. We talked about your work stuff. Time to take off the work hat. We're
Okay.
sitting here talking about dankies as we're looking at some seriously fire
I
snacks
know.
brought out by the team at Lucina.
Lucina.
They have everything.
Lucina Eatery.
Yeah, if you're channeling like Baja vibes or looking for South American flavors, this place is broadcast. It's fucking
Oh, I mean, I think, what do we have? Yuca fries, this gorgeous salad, which I have had several times. There's a ceviche. I'm not sure if it's listed as ceviche, but anyway, it is like a ceviche. It has
Ceviche
shrimp,
agua chile.
see, agua chile, and it's got these amazing vegan chicharron. I have definitely posted about those because they are epic and wonderful.
We can eat
This
that.
place is so good. This place is so good.
Speaking of some other things, before we let you go today, Denise, you obviously have your thumb on the pulse for the restaurant industry. Now we want to know, it's been 3 years since you picked your brain about what's good to eat. Maybe we follow you on social media. But where is Denise and Bill's spot right now? Where do we go get a happy hour cocktail, maybe a good slumber party? Where's y'all's happy hour drink spot?
Well, for example, I have a dear friend coming in to visit this weekend, and we're going to go to Benzina because it will make her very happy. It will make my son happy. It's delicious. That amazing outdoor patio they've got right there on Colfax. Love that place.
And they've got bocce balls set up now.
Oh, I haven't been in a while. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was up there the other day. They were talking about they're trying to set up a deal where you can come with a party, kind of.
Yeah.
And you can rent out a bocce ball court
that's
for
awesome.
X amount of money, and you get a pizza with that.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're trying to bring in ways to incorporate that. But the spot alone is just it's a
real
cool vibe.
That's really cool. Yep. Oh, I'm still in the old school places I've always talked about. Spontino. We're taking my friend there, and I've already taken her there, and I'm taking her again because We love that place so much.
Okay, what about a new spot? Obviously, Lucina is doing,
Lucina's definitely one of my favorite new,
yeah,
for sure.
and we're not alone. It's a very young, vibrant scene there.
The bar's full.
And it's 3 o'clock on a Tuesday. So it's open 3 to 10, Tuesday to Friday, and then 4 to 12 Saturday and Sunday.
I think so.
I'll be really impressed if you nailed that.
Pretty close. They know us.
Look it up.
Come check it out.
Well, and these are the owners of the Create Cooking School at the Stanley Marketplace, which is also very cool. I'm taking my son there for cooking classes. He did a cookie decorating thing at Halloween one year. So much fun. I love that place. Yeah, because they have a bar. Most cooking schools don't have bars.
They're like, please intern. We're actually going to show you how to do this, and if you fuck it up, we'll still help you. Okay, but do you have one that's on the other side of town? What's a new spot that you've been
You're putting me on the spot, man. Oh,
Or
jeez.
what do you want to try that you haven't tried yet?
Well, we're going to Point Easy
Okay,
in
nailed
a couple
it.
days, and I haven't been yet, and they don't even have a menu online, but the pictures look amazing, and it seems like a really good team. So I'm excited to try that. And Noisette, actually. That's another place I have on my list to try. Noisette. It's down in, near Avanti. Yeah. That lacy looking building. Yeah, right. One of the real reasons, though, I'm excited back to Denver Food and Wine, shameless plug, Plates by the Pound Barbecue. I have not tried yet, and I know it's
I
not
haven't
new,
either.
but
Yeah.
I am so excited. And Aaron Gonerway said he would be a part of our festival, and I'm thrilled, and I cannot wait to try his barbecue.
So I haven't been either, but we like when we talk about favorite places, we ask friends in our community where should we try. And then the barbecue segment, he's absolutely on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm thrilled. I cannot wait.
We have the news too.
Well, and then La Diabla, too, which I know is not technically new, but, I never got a chance to write about it because it was after my
it's
time
so
at the
fucking
magazine.
good.
I love it so
And
much.
The deals there, it's insane.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
Jose is fantastic.
Yes, he is.
I see him all the time. I get to be involved.
On these type of questions, Kip, where do you want to try next on
Thank you.
let's say
I'm
you
gonna
and the
take a
lady
bite.
have a date night. Where do you want to head to next?
That French spot you just
Yep.
mentioned, because we've been playing this game, the vegetarian game recently, we're trying to abstain from animals.
The new vegan pizza. Everyday pizza?
It's
Everybody pizza?
somebody people is doing it.
Exactly.
So it's everybody pizza. If somebody is doing that one, everybody's doing this one. It's like here. Or cocaine and
I think the next place on my radar really the Greenwich.
the Greenwich and the former Jewel spot. Denise is currently choking, but luckily Chris is certified at Heimlich. And by God, we would do numbers if she chose to die.
And I
Do you know
saved
when
her
you
life.
get like a little chilly in your throat? So
Yeah.
now I have one eye tearing, just one, and that's what's happening.
You look like you just broke down and told us a heartbreaking story. We love it.
No, the truth is I've been to the Greenwich. It was a while ago, but it was delicious. And that's all I can say. I don't even know if I had the cheesecake. It was really good. The pizza was great. Yeah.
That's a good one, Chris.
There you go.
Well, we're coming up on March Madness in like 7 months, so we got to check the boxes of the restaurants we haven't had.
So that's true.
Make sure we get Denise, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. We look forward to partying with you September 6th here in the tent. It's a gamut of food and wine parties. We also did for all very good cause supporting the Colorado Association and Foundation. You can find all those tickets at
DenverFoodAndWine.com.
Follow Denise on social media at Denise Mickelson or follow Colorado Restaurant Association on Instagram.
At CO Restaurants.
There you go. So again, it's a one-stop shop. Most of our folks are visual learners, not readers. We like pictures. So check them out on social media and see exactly who all's going to be there, how big it's going to be, and how you don't need to miss it. But until next week, I'll remind everyone, stay high, stay happy.
Give back to the people that feed you.